you gentlemen talk in the book about people trying to wipe their disks clean.
Right.
And how they fail to do it, and they don't even understand that you virtually can't do it unless you use some Microsoft thing and use it exactly right.
Yeah.
And most people don't do that. Is that correct? So they think they've gotten rid of stuff, but they haven't.
Not only disk drives, but cell phones even. By the way, it's very hard to wipe clean a disk. There is software to do it. If you use the right software, it can be done. But most of the methods that people think get rid of stuff, like dragging files into the trash can or using the Microsoft operating system format command, don't really do it. And one of the stories we tell, which is really quite stunning, was done by a researcher named Simpson Garfinkel, who's now on the West Coast. And Simpson, while he was at MIT, I believe, just bought a bunch of used disk drives off eBay. And people thought that they'd cleaned them up, but he was able to recover credit card numbers and psychiatric histories and all kinds of things that were there that, if you just use the ordinary tools of the operating system, you might not have seen. And the same thing on, as I say, cell phones, which is also a little scary. You buy a used cell phone, there may well be stuff on it.
It is this, related, I take it, is that capacity, which you're speaking of, the inability to get rid of what was stored via capacity, is so great that when those 2 disks were lost in the mail in Britain, something like the information, Social Security and banking information of 25 million Britons was potentially compromised because of 2 disks.
Records on everybody who is receiving child support payments, which is everybody who has a child in England. So it was most of the population. And the same thing happened just a few days ago in England. The British seems to be having a lot of trouble with this.
This excerpt is brought to you by the Massachusetts School of Law, the leader of reform in legal education and a leader in multimedia education for the public. To view the full interview and for a full listing of MSL's programs, log on to mslaw.edu.